Hello guys, welcome to another modding video. Today I'll be making GMT Skx Mod. This is pretty interesting modification. As you can see, I'm gonna use a lot of parts and I will show you step by step how do you change the date wheel, how do you change the chaptering and all of this stuff. There will be a timeline codes under the video so you can click to any part you are interested and watch it from there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so before you even start modding your watch, check your movement, make sure it works properly, make sure the date changing like you can see right now. Then make sure that you can manually change the date as well, and if the GMT works. So here everything works perfectly, the balance wheel running. So yeah, we are ready to start. And I almost forgot that we're gonna change the date wheel. So changing the date wheel is a pretty simple process, but it may be difficult if you don't have the right tools. I do not buy luxury screwdrivers for $50. This is the basic tool, but what I do, little life hack, I just sharpen the tip of the screwdriver. So then it will be very easy to unscrew this tiny screw. Just like that, just one move and it's done. Very easy when it's sharp and nice. And then you just remove all of this together. Then this plate comes off. There you go. So now I have to put the new disc just like that. Try to align it if possible, and then on the top of this plate, but yeah, like this. Try to move it around a little bit to make sure it sits in the right position. Yeah. Now we're gonna put these 4 screws back. Took me about 1 minute, and now I didn't tie it up yet. Before you make it tight, make sure you can move it. As you can see, I cannot change the date. The GMT works, but the date doesn't work, and I don't want to push it much. So I go to the time adjusting position of the crown and go all the way around. And now the date was swapped automatically. And after this, I check it again and it works. So it jumped in the right gear and now it works perfectly. Here we have this beautiful dial. This is aftermarket dial because the original one of this kind is something over $100, which is ridiculous price for the dial. So I'm gonna use this one instead. And behind you're gonna have 3 sets of feet. You have to cut the one you don't need. How do you do that? How do you measure? Make sure you know what is your case crown position. In my case, it's 3.8 o'clock. And then you just place the dial on the movement to make sure that it's about 3.8, and you look at the date. If it's aligned with the date window, then it's the right position. And then from the side, you may find where those feet go, like in my case here. That's how you choose how do you cut your feet. And before you install the dial, don't forget that this is an H34 GMT movement, so you have to install this tiny washer under the dial. I made a couple of videos modding GMT and I forgot to install this, so until today I received the same comments about how wrong I was not installing this tiny thing. But another 50% of people saying that this is not a big deal and it works perfectly. So unfortunately this dial is for NH35 movement and this is GMT, so I will have to drill a bigger center hole. How do you do that? The last time I used this simple tool, and you do it from the back of the dial. Try to not damage the front, of course. I'll not do it in the video, but you got the idea. Just make a bigger hole. Okay, so it's done. You can see it looks good. The dowel made of brass probably, so it's pretty soft to drill. And the diameter of this movement pole is 2.4 millimeters, so I made 2.5 to make sure. There you go. Now we're gonna install our first GMT hand. So first GMT. I have to tell you that it's gonna be a little bit tricky because this dial is for an H35, so the indices are a bit high, and we have 4 hands to fit here, so we're gonna make very tiny gap between each hand. Again, it's a tricky job, but if you have some experience, you can do it. Yeah, by the way, this is my luxury tool. Just a pen, works perfectly. And before I push it harder, let's check the alignment of GMT hand. This is probably the most important step here because you want to align it perfectly. Based on this hand, everything else will be aligned good or bad. So let's make it as close to perfect as possible. And that's what I call perfect. I'm very lucky today. Let's continue like this. Then check from the side, make sure you put this hand deep enough. As you can see, it is aligned with the movement pole, the same level, so that's enough. And then check if it doesn't touch the indices, because it's very close. In my case, it touches a little bit, so I had to put it a bit higher. You can see from this side, it is very close, but it doesn't touch it, which is perfect. It's not really horizontal. You can see the tip a little bit higher, but we don't have a choice here. By using this dial, we do not have a choice. Does it affect the functionality of the watch somehow? Of course not. It's visible only for me. After the assembly, it won't be visible out from outside at all. I can predict that this hand gonna be hard to install because it's painted. I see kind of thick layer of paint on it, and the inside diameter gonna be smaller than if it's just silver hand. Again, maybe I was wrong or maybe I'm lucky. It seems to be pretty easy. Okay, a date swap. Perfect. Now let's check one more time. So let's say we have 6 o'clock here. The GMT is not exactly in the center, but it's a good position already. Let's try 9. Yeah, that's much better. And of course 12. Yeah, this is much better, and we're gonna keep it as it is. You can see it's like 99% accurate. Take another tool with a smaller diameter. And let's see, try to guess when the date will be changed. I guess it's about 3 minutes past 12. Yep, it was about 3 minutes. Many people are scared of second hand placement, but I'm scared of the minute hand. Because very often it's very easy to overdo it and push it too much. Look at this gap. That's a minimum gap between the hands, but it's a good thing that these hands are premium quality and we have very nice alignment. And the last hand. the easiest one in my opinion, because you don't have to align anything, you just install it. Just like that. Then before you push it harder, take a closer look, make sure it sits exactly in the center. Because when I just started modding, I made a few mistakes. I push it before checking and I push it kind of between the movement pole. I don't know how it happened, but it happened, so I need to warn you. Check the alignment. The second hand is also very, very close. You can see it is almost touching the middle hand. I will have to put it a little bit higher. And it's very easy to do. Just lift the tip. Not much, because this is very thin hand and it's very easy to bend it. And this is much better, as you see. So basically the hardest part is ready. We set everything looks very beautiful, and now we're gonna change the chapter ring and glue the bezel insert. And for another step, we have this very simple tool, basically the crystal presser. That's the cheap one, you can find it on AliExpress. Gonna leave for you the link. And I think that's what you need. You don't need much more. You don't need to spend $100 on this crystal presser, because it still won't be perfect. But if you use the right technique, then it really doesn't matter which one you use. I'm gonna show you now. Okay, so what you do, you get your crystal presser, turn your case upside down, make sure that the tip of this presser is smaller than the diameter of the glass, otherwise you're gonna push probably the chapter ring. You don't want that. Then gently push, rotate, push, rotate. Okay, done. I hope I didn't break it. Let's see. It's the first time, it's really hard to squeeze it out. And our new chapter ring is black with white and green minute markers. So at the back, find this small pip and put it on 12 o'clock. In the case, in the good case, you're gonna have, wait, how to show you? You're gonna have that, you see that groove exactly in the center, so it's very easy. Just drop it there like that. And from this side you can see that it is aligned already. Oops. Just like that, just drop it there. Then take some super clean clothes that you keep it only for the glass. Clean it one more time. Should be already clean, but anyway. Place it on the case and first press it by hand. Press it by hand and look from the side. Make sure it's kind of aligned already. This part you're not gonna see in the video, but basically the same thing. You put in the case back. An important moment. Align this tip with the glass. Don't push much, very gently, and roll it all around. Gentle push, roll, push, roll. You don't need much pressure here, because that's very important moment. If you want your glass to sit flat perfectly in the case, then you have to do in this way. Or you buy that $150 crystal presser if your budget allows you to do that. But still, it's not perfect. Check from the side, you can see that the glass sits here perfectly. From another side, from left, from right, from every side. Yep, in my case, everything perfect. And now I'll do a few more presses with more power. That's basically the final stage, but also very important. Everything here is important. Now you have to clean the dowel really carefully because you're gonna place it back in the case. So clean the dowel, clean the hands. If you find something, if you don't find it's better, then clean the glass one more time, why not? And then we're gonna put it back in the case. And then my method is I put this tool under the dowel on that. If you still don't know, I'm gonna show you here on this tiny spot. You put it there and remove the crown. Before I push the case in, I want to align it. Just like that. Aligning from this side is easier than pushing in from both sides. Just like this. Looks beautiful. And you can see the chaptering beautifully, perfectly aligned. Very nice. This is carbon bezel insert. You can see it has really unique pattern in the sun. Oh, it's beautiful. It's very light, by the way. It's so different from ceramic one. I used it first time. It's pretty expensive too. You're gonna see in the links I'll leave under this video. Now we remove the sticker from the case. It's beautiful. Press it all around. It's really so cool. Look at the dial, these waves on the dial and the waves on the bezel insert. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay guys, so basically we are done. And yeah, right now I'm gonna cut the crown, the watch stem for the right length, and you will see the exact number in the video now. So you don't need to wonder how much you have to cut it. If you're gonna use exactly the same mod from the same links I post, then you just have to follow the steps in this video and everything will be very easy. And then I'm gonna engrave this case back. We didn't finish the design yet, but I think gonna be something cool. For this case must be something very nice. And yeah, if you want to order any mod from me, I can also engrave for you the case back, the crown, the clasp, or the side of the watch if you wish. I have a fiber laser and I can do many cool things with it. Yep, so that's it. Thanks for watching. In a second you're gonna see the final result in a nicer light. And yeah, see you in the next video. And here is the final result. I don't have the strap yet, but I couldn't wait to show you this beautiful mod. The wave dial matched perfectly with the bezel. I love it. We have green date wheel. We have white and green and black chaptering. Oh, it's beautiful. Plus, they will be engraving on the case back. Right now, I don't have it yet. But again, cannot wait to show you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to put like and subscribe, of course. If you have any questions with your mods, you can always contact me. And the loom is decent. I almost forgot to show you, but look at this beauty. Just wow. Very beautiful. When I ordered this bezel insert, I didn't know it comes with the blue loom. This is a big bonus. I love it. Beautiful.